Hey guys, want to give you a little bit of an update on the tunnel, the bridge. Oh geez, I got a fly in my video. He's on the outing of the tunnel. Like I said before, we had some suggestions that I should use some kind of a brick um, surface on going into the tunnel and coming out of the tunnel, like a fascia type thing, to give it some dimension. So I went ahead and measured and cut out and drew some bricks. This is what I've gotten so far. I'm going to have to texture it, paint it, and there will be some gap behind it to the mountain, but I'll just fill it in with some spray foam and hopefully that will work. But I decided to do this on my own and not to spend the money to buy the plastic ones when I thought I could do this one. So hopefully it will turn out good, but I want to give you an update. Just finished doing the bricks and cutting it out and putting it up against the outside of the mountain, and found that I will have to put some spray foam. There will be a little bit of a gap, but I think it will work. So just giving you an update. Hey guys, mom and son again. What you're looking at is that cutout of the bridge. I am getting ready to texturize it. And while I took a break this afternoon, I came up with an idea. I'm hoping it works, but I have decided that I'm going to do it more like a brick red. So I'm going to mix some colors in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to do that right now. Now, this will not get finished today because it's going to have to dry. So I will not be putting it up today. I'm going to just throw some paint in here, get some of it out. Okay. I'm going to get some of the red. Guess I need to be making a trip to Hobby Lobby soon. Running out of some of my paints. I'm going to put a little bit of black, like very little. I do like mixing colors, so that's one thing I do enjoy doing. And I am going to put in, which of course I didn't have it ready, but I'm going to put in some beige. That's going to be the one that will have the most on it, so it's not just like really, really red. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some textured stone and I'm going to pour it in there. And I'm going to close my Ziploc. And I'm going to rub the stones in all the color. You know, I don't want them all red, I don't want them all beige, I don't want them all red and burgundy and black. I'm hoping it will mix into a decent color. Let me see what I got. I think I'm going to throw some more beige in there. I don't like it as red as it's coming, which luckily I have a lot of the beige color, so that's going to work. But I did want some red tint to it, just to kind of make it pop when I put it on the paper mold that I did. Okay, so that is that. My stones are on the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is ask Ray. Oh, well, I have it here. I don't have to ask Ray. I thought I had to ask Ray. I'm going to put some just Elmer's glue all over my bridge. I know you're sitting there saying, well, you drew all those bricks. Yeah, I drew all those bricks, but you know what? If this doesn't come out, okay, I didn't waste any money. I can get another piece of cardboard and do it again. No big deal. I'm not going to stress out about it. Where if I had bought something and got it and it didn't look like I wanted it to look, I'd probably be a little bit more irritated. So I'd rather screw up and it not cost anything. I'm using materials that I already have. And then once it dries overnight, and of course I'm going to get my hands a mess, but luckily I have wipes right here. Get my wipes ready because I know I will need them. I know my husband has some gloves and I probably should be wearing gloves, but it's whatever. I don't care if it gets messy. Ray's walking away because he knows that Mom's getting ready to make a big mess and his OCD just will not be able to handle this. So I'm gonna tip out all the rocks. I do need you to come throw this bag away from me, Ray, when I'm done emptying the rocks. If you can do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Get all the rocks out. If I drop some on the floor, we'll get them later. You got it? Yeah. Okay. So these are the rocks that ended up coming out. I'm just going to throw them on the bridge. I kind of like the color. Once it's glued, I can also go back over it. I was looking at some bridges online, and the Great Smoky Mountain Bridge tunnel was a blue color, and I had that, and I was like, maybe I can do a blue. And then I saw most of them were like a faded red, and I was like, nah, I think I'm just going to stick with that, and if I have to add some beige to it after it sticks to it, then that's what I'll do. But you know, I hope this gives it texture. I mean, that spray foam works really good and it gives it texture, but I can understand where some of the people were saying, you know, it would look better if I had some stonework going into the tunnel. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm not getting it totally on the edges because some of it's going to be hidden. I don't need it that much over here. Okay, let's swing over on this side. That's okay, that'll be all right. Are you staying away because Mom's making a mess? Yeah. Yeah? Too messy for you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Drop something?
Yeah, I just dropped one of the stones. It's fine. This smaller side over here is not going to show as much as that bigger side over there. So I don't need as many stones. I was pretty good on estimating how many stones. Color actually came out pretty good. I kind of like it. I might do a touch-up of a little of the beige tomorrow once it dries and stays glued, and we'll see. I actually had a little bit more stone than I thought, so that worked out pretty good. And I have not decided if I'm going to do the other side the same color, just because I also was researching, and it showed, I gotta wipe my hands off now. It showed that some of the tunnels, one side looks a different color than the other side. So I have an idea for the other side. This one is going facing down near that new dog bone that Mr. Ray put in. So let me just get this out of the way. And it's going to sit here overnight. And I'm going to, Ray, can you throw this away for Mom, please? Thanks, buddy. And these three are empty too. You can throw those away. Thank you. I'm going to throw some more glue on here, just to make sure it sticks pretty good. And it might not even be dry by tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see. It might take a couple days to dry, but I'll get a really good shot of the color once it does dry. So this is how I decided I'm going to make that texture on the sides, the opening, the entry, and the exit of the mountain. So we'll see tomorrow how that looks.